So we're in Fresno, California. We just finished installing a Bradford White 50-gallon natural gas water heater. We'll show you that in just a minute. We want to start at the top here. We'll have the light on. Brand new fittings for the vent. You can see going up to the roof line. We did have to steal a little piece of pipe from the old venting because this is a really long stretch. They come in 30-inch lengths, so just a little tiny piece there that's existing, but no problem there. Adjustable 90 single wall, 30-inch piece of single wall pipe down to another adjustable 90 to the draft diverter. That's good. Over here, we got you copper stubbed out to a shutoff valve. The tank is really low. These waters are roughed in real high, so we didn't have like really long 24-inch supply lines. So what we did is we just brought the copper out, put a brand new ball valve on, brand new brass nipple, brass 90, brass again, and then of course Falcon stainless steel connector. These are 0.725 inside diameter, the largest in the industry, ultra flexible. We like these products. They're very expensive, but that's what we like to use on the cold side. And then the hot, you can see here, just copper coupling and an adapter, and then another supply line coming out down to brass extensions. So those are 3/4 female by male brass extensions. It gives us a nice seat against the Falcon stainless steel connector, so that's good. Valve comes, the relief valve comes with the water heater, and that's for temperature and or pressure. Too much builds up, that will pop off and drain to the exterior of the building. A little supply line going down to existing tubing right here. You can see just an adapter, and then Falcon stainless steel connector for the drain, so that's good. Moving down from here, we have brand new straps, upper and lower. You had adjustable straps in there, but to complete the project and to warrant it, we like to put our own straps on there. So the same thing you had on there, but brand new. And so upper third required by code, and lower third. So those are good. Then we repiped all this for you. You had existing piping on the other water heater. We didn't reuse the piping, so all 1/2-inch galvanized piping over to here, and then a brand new corrugated stainless steel. It's coated too with that yellow coating connector. And then, like we told you, we put a brand new shutoff valve there as well. Most plumbers don't do that because these items add up. You know, $10 for valve, $10 for supply line. And you know, so they'll reuse what they can. We like all new plumbing as much as we can in here. So this is your pump. We didn't, you know, this is the last thing we found out from you through a picture that you did have a pump installed. So what we did is we came over here. It's already wrapped and taped, so you can't see it, but it's 1/2-inch copper coming through a Grundfos pump. And then over here, what we did is we soldered a 1/2-inch male iron pipe adapter, and then put on a 3/4 by 1/2 brass bushing, and then we have a Falcon stainless steel connector going down to here. We did give you a secondary isolation valve. You have isolation valves for the pump. Problem is, if you know, if nothing lines up, you know, if you go to change that and this doesn't line up, you got to drain the tank down. So right here, if you need to work on it, you can just shut this valve off right here. So it's a secondary valve, quarter turn off, and then you're off, and it allows you to leave the tank in place while you do whatever you want over there. So that's all connected, all brass construction coming out of the tank, coming up through the ball valve up to the connector, and so that's good. We replaced your pan as well. That wasn't part of our price. The old pan was leaking, so when we got here we saw it was leaking on the floor, so we replaced it. You know, we might ask you for another 20 bucks for the pan. You know, if you're agreeable, that's great. If not, you know, then it's just part of the project. But we didn't want to leave that old pan in there and have it dripping on the floor, so that's good. Got it tied back in. PVC fittings there, 1 by 3/4 bushing going to the pan, and then of course this one has a rubber gasket on it, and that's what's going to seal the pan. If water does actually get into the pan, it's going to seal it so it doesn't just drip it on the floor. So that's the purpose of the pan being there. We don't have it lit yet. We're going to light it in just a minute and check it, make sure everything's going good. We wanted to document it first, and then start loading up our stuff, and we'll get this fired up and get your water heating outside of that. This installation is done.